If you're tired all the time, but you're doing all the things, you're eating well, working out, getting your sleep, and you still feel like you're running on empty, it might not be your schedule. It might not be your mindset. It might be one mineral your body is quietly running out of. And the frustrating part, the harder you push yourself, the faster you lose it. Today, we are talking about magnesium and why high achievers are the ones most at risk of being deficient. So let's get into it. So here's what got me thinking about this. We've been on this health journey together, right? We talked about omega imbalance, we talked about biome and superpower and what those tests actually tell you. And through all of that research, one thing kept coming up: magnesium, specifically how chronically low most of us are. And I don't mean a little low. The research suggests anywhere from 48 to 80% of Americans are not getting enough magnesium. And that's not a small number. That's most of us. And yet, it's one of the most overlooked minerals in the conversation. Here's what nobody is talking about, and I want you to write this one down. Chronic stress physically depletes your magnesium. Every time your body goes into stress mode, your cortisol spikes, your nervous system fires, your body burns through that magnesium to manage that response. I call that the stress strain. It's the invisible loop where the way you operate, driven, ambitious, always on, is quietly depleting the very mineral your body needs to keep operating. So it's not that overachievers like myself are doing something wrong. It's that our lifestyle creates higher magnesium demand, and most of us have no idea. Okay, so how do you know if this is you? Here are the most common signs of magnesium deficiency, and I want you to count how many of these you recognize in yourself. Number one, fatigue. Not regular tired, the kind that doesn't go away after sleep. Number two, muscle cramps or twitches, especially in your legs, especially at night. Number three, poor sleep. You're exhausted, but you can't fully switch off. Number four, brain fog, difficulty focusing, slow thinking, mental fatigue. And number five, anxiety or feeling wired. Your nervous system is stuck in overdrive. If you counted three or more, your body might be trying to tell you something. So let me know in the comments, how many did you get? Now let's talk about the fix. Then the hard truth, which is, what do we actually do about this? I always want to start with food. Like Hippocrates said, let food be your medicine and medicine be your food, because food is information for our bodies. And the best food sources of magnesium are dark leafy greens, spinach, Swiss chard, nuts and seeds, especially pumpkin seeds, almonds, legumes, black beans, edamame, dark chocolate. Heck yeah, right? Write that one down. But here's where it gets really important. And honestly, this is the part that changed everything for me. You could be eating all the right foods consistently, intentionally, and they could be organic, they could be from local farms. But the truth is, you might still be deficient. And it's not your fault. Here's why. The soil that our food is grown in today is not the same soil it was 50, 100 years ago. Modern farming practices, mass production, monocrops, the chemical fertilizers have stripped our soil of the minerals it used to naturally contain, which means the spinach on your plate today has significantly less magnesium in it than the spinach your grandparents ate. We are eating the right foods. We're just not getting the same nutrition from them. And that's not a personal failure. That's a systemic problem with our modern food supply. And it's a big part of why so many people, even the ones doing everything right, are walking around deficient. This is something I've been learning deeply on my own healing journey, and it's shifted how I think about nutrition entirely. It's not just what you eat, it's what your food actually contains. Here's my big takeaway for this week. The stress strain is real, and so is the gap between what we think we're getting from our food and what we're actually getting from our food. And that's why this series exists. We're not just guessing about our health anymore, guys. We're getting specific, we're getting curious, we're asking better questions. And magnesium, this small, quiet mineral, might be the answer to a question that you've been carrying for a long time. It's not a straight line, but every piece of information gets us a little bit closer. So this week, I want you to do two things. Number one, look at your diet and honestly ask, am I getting enough magnesium rich foods? Two, drop in the comments below, how many of those symptoms did you count? I'll read every single one. And if you're curious about what magnesium supplements I personally take, feel free to reach out to me directly. I'm always happy to share because I truly believe this information changes lives. So I'll see you next Wednesday. This is Heart, Health, and Hustle, where transformation becomes a lifestyle.